Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Blue Dragon 5 here. Ladies and gentlemen, as we find ourselves on the cusp of Disney's big venture into the world of streaming, even courting a war in the process, we thought it'd be nice to stay up to date on the ever-growing catalog and rule on what's a must or a bust on Disney Plus. Rounding out our little panel today as we talk about episode 3 of Muppets Now, episode 3 entitled Getting Testy. Joining our little panel here, we have the incomparable Mickey fan.
Hello.
Stupendous Sandy Claus.
Hey.
The amazing Ace Astro.
Hello.
The marvelous Monkey.
Hey.
And in a behind-the-scenes capacity, manning the controls like our very own Scooter, the man whom without there is no show, Dokie!
I'm here too.
He will treat you so much better than everyone treats Scooter.
I would hope so.
Debatable.
Seriously, by the end of the series, Scooter and Beaker should go on strike.
Oh god, if you treated me like Scooter, you'd basically just be talking shit about me 24/7 to my face. All right, guys.
You were going to say that if I treated you like Scooter, I'd be dead.
So Muppets Now episode 3, as Dragon said, man, I am just I've had a long day, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I've got a bad migraine. I'm super tired. We've got a panel of 5 really passionate Muppet fans here. They're going to do most of the work for me this evening because honestly, I could use a break. I've had a hell of a day. So let's get into thesis statements. Sandy, I'm going to start with you because I know that this is obviously your first time on the channel talking about this show. You're a big Muppets fan. You had things to say about the first episode, and I'm curious to see if your thoughts have improved since then. So what say you?
Well, I'm going to give episode 2 and 3, they were definitely an improvement. I'm not going to say they were a major improvement, but they were an improvement. My thoughts in the first episode, I didn't think it was that great. I thought it was a little too tacky. I didn't make me laugh at all. It just seemed like they were relying a little bit too much on. Or I guess what I mean to say is it seemed like they didn't exactly know how to balance out the improv with the writing and how to make it really work, make it gel really well. So I think they're getting a lot better at that, or it seems like it's getting better as the episodes go on here. I'm really liking the bits with Honeydew and Beaker. I think those are really working. And I'm liking the stuff with the Swedish Chef. I think it's getting a lot better, and of course anything with Gonzo. So yeah, I think it's getting a lot better.
All right, so rounding out episode 3 thoughts because all these guys have been on before. Let's see. I'm just gonna go from the I'm gonna go in order of their avatars here. So Monkey, what do you think of episode 3?
Episode 3, maybe not one of my favorites. I feel like first half was on the weak side. Second half was better.
Right, Dragon.
Honestly, I think we're still continuing on the upswing. I think, again, I'm not going to say this is, again, we're still not at the end yet. I think if we give them more time, they're going to keep getting better because I think they're still. I mean, I really liked episode 2. Episode 2 compared to 1 was a vast improvement. I think we're still on that track. I don't know if I'd say this is necessarily better than 2, but I mean, it still had the stuff I liked in 2, and it's continuing that. I wish we had more. I think there might be a budget on the number of sketches, so I'm starting to get worried that maybe we're stuck with the 4 sketches that we have, and it's not the end of the world. It's just I'm hoping that maybe we shake it up in the next 3, get some new sketches in there because that's really helped them getting in.
Or at least go back to some of the sketches that were in the first episode, like Muppet Masters.
Absolutely.
All right.
Sure. And
more variation of combos.
One thing I did notice though, which kind of baffled me, I don't know if you guys had this. There's a skip intro function, you have with many shows when you stream them, and it popped up this episode, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, whoa, hold it.
How far ahead does it skip?
That's what I'm
That's
saying. It looks
all
like
of
it
it.
skips the whole opening framing device. What's the point? What do you-
Yeah, that.
Yeah. I think it was
HBO
something
now
else
won't
on
put a
Disney
skip.
Plus recently that did that.
Yeah.
And I just got to get on HBO now because I believe they currently do not have a skip intro
I
button.
think you mean Max, Dokie.
Okay, sorry. Fucking now, Max. Jesus Christ, kill me. But
Well, I'm
You're
saying they
watching
killed the
HBO
original one.
now!
That's why it's no longer there. HBO
All right,
Go and
all
now
right.
it's all. Yeah.
anyways, what say you, Mickey fan?
I definitely agree that we are on the upswing. I don't think this one was as much of an improvement as it was from episode 2 or from 1 to 2, but I do think that slowly we're getting better. We're seeing them wobble a bit, but starting to stick the landing.
All right. Oh, we've got a comment from Claude Coringa here. Nice to see you,
Claude!
Claude. Sorry we started a little late tonight. Claude says, I love the segment on Miss Piggy talking about relationships.
We'll get into it.
Indeed, we'll get there. All right, Ace.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone else has kind of nailed it. The compared to episode 1, it was definitely an improvement, and I think it's pretty on par with how episode 2 was. There's some parts I like, some that I wasn't a huge fan of, but overall, I think it's still heading on the right path.
All right. My general thesis, I was really worried when I saw that it was going to be a repeat of the sketches from last episode, and I don't know what that's about. Like, I really wish that week to week we didn't have the same sketches, that we could mix it up. I mean, that really, like, I feel like that's the only thing that is an improvement on episode 1's behalf, is that at least with episode 1 we got to see different sketches. But here, I don't know. I'm kind of down the middle, honestly, on this episode. To tell you the truth, rewatching it like the laughs didn't even really come as hard as I thought they would. My basic thesis on this one is I think that Okie Dokie Kookin was okay. I mean, like I said with the Trejo episode, I really think that sketch lives and dies by its guest star, and I'm not saying this guest star was bad. I think he's better than the guest star in episode 1. But he's still no Danny Trejo. I mean, it definitely didn't have that
can
same.
be?
Yeah.
Emeril Lagasse, Bobby Flay, Gordon Ramsay, like charismatic.
But can they wield machetes? That's the real question.
All right. Anyways, I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to see the Swedish Chef go toe to toe with fucking Gordon Ramsay? I mean, come on.
I really want to see.
He's done that already, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, technically.
Yeah, you know what? And Kermit the Frog has talked with RuPaul already, but that doesn't mean it can't be in a sketch show.
Oh, he has? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, in Muppets 2015.
Hmm.
But let's see. I think that Muppet Labs was an improvement over last week, and I think that Miss Piggy is still finding its groove. I'm not sick of that sketch yet. Pepe. Got to admit, there's a couple things in Pepe that had me cheering on a fan level for sure. We'll get to those. But overall, I don't know how much longevity that sketch has, because to me it was almost kind of like the same basic jokes as the first sketch. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So overall, kind of a mixed bag. Kind of a mixed bag for episode 3. I wish I could be more high on it.
It's kind of interesting what you said about how you felt watching it on rewatch, because that's something I'm noticing with this series, is that, like, it's a good first viewing with an episode, but then a rewatch isn't quite as strong as before.
Rewatch with 2 was fine for me. This on a rewatch, and again, maybe it's just because I'm like totally exhausted, had a shit day and everything, but that could very well be part of it. But yeah.
If I may just butt in a little bit here, my overall feeling on Muppets Now, and this goes with, I guess, a number of Muppet-related Disney collaborative projects. It feels like, with this project specifically, it feels like Disney has them on a leash, and they're just not as wild enough. Because the Muppets, they're nuts, and it feels like they're not as wild as they used to be.
I also think a big flaw with this show that is kind of like by the nature of the of the sketch format is that we're not seeing nearly as much interaction between the different Muppets as we are used to seeing with a Muppet project.
There is just this irrational fear that Disney has right now, to piggyback off Sandy's point, there's just this irrational fear. They're playing it so guarded, so close to the chess of Muppets. Where, I mean, I guess some reason the last two attempts at Muppets, in their view, haven't really done the numbers they were hoping it would do.
Yeah, they didn't give Muppets 2015 a shot. You know,
Oh,
Yeah.
they were just like, I can't believe it's just like, oh, one season of like not as high ratings as we were expecting canceled.
And again, considering the
When they
predecessor
put Most
being,
Wanted
of
up
course,
against a YA movie.
Right. Oh God.
Of course, considering when you consider the predecessor in terms of Muppets on TV, that's like the highest bar there is. I mean, the Muppet Show. I mean, how do you top
Well,
that?
technically, the predecessor to Muppets 2015 was Muppets Tonight.
Fine, regardless.
I'm sorry, I'm just being a
Any of
stickler.
oh,
Another problem I have here with Muppets Now is just comparing it to shows like Muppets Tonight or the original Muppet Show is I feel the overall I guess this is kind of a nitpicky thing. That's the color palette. It's just like the set dressing, the sets. It's
That's interesting.
It's all very basic. If you look at
That's
Muppets
interesting
Tonight,
that you mentioned that because I
Mhm.
kind of tend to agree that the sets are just not
basic.
really popping out at all.
Yeah.
They're a
Again,
little
it does
boring.
overall feel very on a budget. in a
Maybe
certain
with
respect.
the
Yeah.
exception of Unbelievable Game Show, which has kind of
Maybe.
a fun set.
But again,
If-
also set on a budget.
If you've ever walked, I know if you go walk into Muppet Vision, you'll see it's just incredibly zany, just
Yeah,
incredibly.
sure,
Just-
right.
It's all over the place, and
Because it looks like the
if you look at
backstage of the
Swedish
Muppets.
chef's kitchen, he's just got some sausages and fireworks.
It's literally
and
just a chef. It's literally just like a modern kitchen.
white-
Yeah.
just white tile, and it's
Lifestyle with Miss Piggy could be any beauty vlogger's background.
and Muppet Labs is just filming
It's
outside.
It's literally just a parking lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Muppet Labs still feels like less of part of the family of sketches as it could be, and more like just something that could be as an online series on its own.
Right,
Some little
right.
mini
Yeah.
series
Yeah.
thing.
It really feels to me that, again, because talking a little bit about Disney Plus, which we kind of are one to do on, Plus&Us, just to kind of correlate the two here, is that if you look at Disney Plus and you look at kind of the way they've handled the Muppets, so far they've been getting all the movies, they've been putting it on there, and again, of course, the big question is like, where the heck's the original Muppet Show? And I forget if there's like if there's a rights thing tied.
I'm
That's
sure
the
there's
problem.
a right thing. So I'm sure
It's
that's
licensing for the
it.
music.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the problem.
You'd imagine that Disney would put the manpower behind to get that, knowing the generational draw that would be if you're targeting both the families and the next generation. You have they're using the movies as their main touchstone for sure, so they're not idiots. But what I'm saying is that would be your big draw, and then you would kind of like hopefully you get them. We have all the Muppets under one banner here. We get people hooked on the one. They're dying, which would kind of draw into this new project, whether it be, again, if they shot for the roof, they could have gone like, hey, a whole new Muppet movie. If we're going to do all Muppet movies and have the whole catalog, maybe we're going to throw a new Muppet movie at them. And, we're going to throw like the last TV show we had. But again, we're not continuing it. We're trying to do something different, but we're just going to keep it at 6 episodes because we don't have confidence in it. It feels like a shame.
And of course, canceling that other series they were planning.
Yeah. Also, I'm just gonna say I've checked out a couple episodes of the Elmo show. I mean, at least from a set dressing point of view, Elmo fucking knocks this out of the
Well, I keep hearing the
water.
premise is ingenious, though. He's putting on a show before he goes to bed.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
The charm of it all, which again does sound amazing.
But I mean, it does definitely have like a late night talk show aesthetic to it, but it's Muppetized.
God, an Elmo show Dewey Denied crossover. Can we have that?
Oh my God, yes, please, please.
Just gonna throw it out there. How about the Muppet Lorian?
Oh God. All right.
Oh no.
Okay.
Well,
So, guys,
wait. What is Baby Yoda if not a Muppet?
Oh God.
Honestly.
All right.
Honestly.
So let's get
Anyway.
into the framing device. That should be green. Give me one sec. What do you guys think? First of all, this is one thing I think the episode absolutely did right. And in my humble opinion, I think they should just fucking stick with Sattler and Waldorf as the framing device, honestly.
Yeah, they really cracked the code this episode.
Yeah, like if Sattler and Waldorf are just the framing device going forward, I would be totally okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause-
kind of like
yeah,
what they
I
used to do on.
Easily.
Kind of like what
It was
they
the
used to
best
do in
part.
the old online videos, where it would end with Stadler and Waldorf watching. it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I didn't realize how much I missed Sattler and Waldorf.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Like-
this may not have been their best material, but it
fit
it's
really
still
well.
a good way to get them
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Like, I kind
Like, it's a
of-
great reveal of like, oh yeah, of course it's going to be them as the focus group.
Yeah.
That reveal, just Scooter's dread, is just perfect. And that's the thing. So I do the way we tie it all in with the Joe from Legal of it all too is also like a really ingenious
Yeah.
idea. The guy who, again, it makes sense. Joe from Legal is going to be the guy to really rain on Scooter's parade with like the legalese as well. Like, well, we have to test this before you upload them.
And the email says this will not be fun.
Yeah. So
And of
again,
course, that's the de facto dematter. Ah!
That's I'm still charmed that I love Joe from Legal so much. Just this idea, he makes the cheesy lawyer jokes. He just laughs at his.
Just how much of a kick he gets out of it.
I know it's delightful. The fact don't matter.
I mean, we really didn't have a lot to go off of with Joe from Legal before this episode, so I definitely think this episode was kind of his shining moment so far.
Of course, I think the best Joe from Legal bit in the whole episode was the a word from our lawyer. That is gold. That was so far. I think it's my favorite joke in Muppets Now. It's really good.
I think I think Joe from
And of course, we got a ticker along the bottom.
I think he's probably the best new character.
Yeah.
Are there any new characters besides?
Well, that's the problem. Yeah, it's really.
Carol the Hamper.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I don't know. Carol might be an obscure.
He's a reused Muppet.
That's the thing. A lot of these.
I'm pretty sure that's the one who ate John Cleese's lawyer.
All right.
Is Beverly Bloom now, or is she reused?
I think she's reused. I'm pretty sure, but I can't place. That's
Beverly Bloom.
Let's see. I'm pulling her up. She was in.
I know we've used
a Muppet Christmas Carol.
Well,
there we go.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I was thinking about the other turkey. Yeah, you're right.
That is true. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So hold on. Let's check the comments here. Claude really wants us to talk about DuckTales and the Muppets, but Claude, man, I'm sorry. I've got a migraine right now, Claude. I just my brain can't put the two of those together right now.
Well, I saw you mention interacting with the vultures, and I thought you meant from Splash Mountain.
Oh God,
that would be wonderful. You know what? That would be wonderful. Just Statler and Waldorf up there on the branch.
Oh my God.
Or just chatting with Michael Keaton. That would also be great.
Time to be turning around. If only you could.
You guys know what we're missing with this show?
What?
The Electric Mayhem.
Yes, thank you. Where are they? I mean, honestly, I totally agree.
Well, we saw a cameo of them, but it wasn't the same.
But otherwise,
we barely saw a cameo.
In episode 1.
And I'm surprised they haven't taken advantage of the fact they can make their own musical show or commentary.
Yeah. Or like a drum tutorial with Animal or something like that.
I've heard there's a lot of demand for the drum tutorial with Animal. There's a lot of demand for Animal.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I am loving is I'm loving that Muppet Labs is sneaking some actual learning material into their segments.
That's really cool.
It's not just the gorilla. What was it? The gorilla. That machine.
The teleportation thing.
The gorilla sensor they had from the Muppet Show. Just goofy stuff like that, which I love. But I like that they're actually sneaking some actual learning material into it.
All right,
I know that whole edutainment element was something I liked in the first one.
Yeah.
And as
we'll build to that, guys. Let's get to the first sketch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my least favorite of the 3 Okie Dokie Cookins we've had.
Yeah, me too.
Really? Out of the 3?
Yes, because of how much the chef is sidelined.
Yeah,
I like their I love how they're aware of it though. It's just
yeah, but at the same time,
they knew what they were doing with this one, honestly.
But for me, I feel like
say what you go on.
I feel like the first episode, obviously we can all agree, episode 2's Okie Dokie Cooking was great.
Yes.
With the Danny Trejo mustache off and then them becoming friends at the end of it and everything. Episode 1, the reason why I think episode 1 was slightly better is just because I felt like it felt more like genuine Muppet shenanigans with
the chef doing all that crazy
making
shit
the huge mess and everything.
And it's hilarious.
And with this, I almost feel like they kind of got lazy because it's almost like they fell into a formula like okay, like every episode, Chef is gonna like misinterpret the name of the dish, and he's gonna like do it in some crazy way, like we saw with the rice cow or whatever.
Well, no. This was the gag was he did it so well, and at the end there he just did something to give him something to do. He's like put the rice in the bowl. But like there was a subversion there. The Swedish chef actually got the rice right in a little rice cooker, but he's just bored because he did it the right way until the end. Jazzed up.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, like I get the joke. I'm just saying, it's just not a very Muppet-like joke, honestly.
I feel this one was kind of a splicing of the two episodes because the one they found a balance where we do the cooking stuff and we didn't take too long with it. And we kind of kept it interesting with, like Beverly LaPlume, kind of flirting with Roy Cho, which was great.
Beverly LaPlume is just like completely.
Beverly Bloom was like,
Yeah. She was
Beverly
great.
Bloom was thirsty this
That
episode.
was the kids. Yes, Mickey fan. But that's
She was thirsty.
that was the 13 heat, folks. But yes. Anyway, so I did like the jealousy of the Swedish chef, just kind of stuck with the boring rice cooker.
I mean, the chef still gets a moment or two, like say this when he's playing solitaire, or
Mhm.
Yeah.
that bit with when he's meeting Roy at the beginning, like oh.
That's what I'm saying. This was definitely a middle ground
Yeah.
of those original
Yeah.
two, where again, it's not necessarily boring, but it's not necessarily Danny Trejo. It's in the middle.
Yeah.
It's just I wish there was, I guess, like still have that balance between the two chefs, have Swedish and the guest, in
Which
good
is why
balance with
Danny
each other.
Trejo worked so well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, like the first episode, it was relatively even.
Well, I mean, keep in mind this is the first time that
60-40, or whatever.
this is the first time that we've seen a collaboration on Okie Dokie Kookin, and that's like the
Yes.
one thing that was different about this sketch.
Yeah.
Frankly, I think the sketch works better with a competition because it leads to more comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else here?
No.
No. It was kind of meh.
I'm gonna throw some shade at Vogel Kermit. Claude Kringa says, "I hope Constantine shows up in Muppet
God.
Now." What do you mean, Claude? He's already here. His name is Kermit. I'm just kidding. Honestly, I think this was easily Matt Vogel's best episode yet in terms
Yeah,
of
he's
Kermit.
getting
We'll get there.
better.
Slowly but surely. Yes, slowly but surely.
I think he's just finding his feet.
All right, so next up, Muppet Labs field test. This is absolutely my favorite sketch of the
Yeah, this
evening.
is great.
Yes.
Honestly, the two sketches of late I've been really gravitating towards Muppet Labs and Okie Dokie Cooking. Those two have been the MVPs for me so far. I've been glad.
It's funny. I'm still not super nuts about the Muppet Lab segments.
I really like.
I was not nuts about the last one, but this one got me. And honestly, I'm just an easy man to please when it comes to comedy, and this one ticked one of my comedy boxes where it's like I will laugh at anything if you put this in there. Well-timed slow-mo gags.
Yeah, there was some nice
They
slow-mo
really-
gags in there.
They
lot of
were
that.
so well timed.
Okay, so we're at velocity.
Sticks. Soda. First of all, this random pizza guy ended up like honestly being one of the best guest stars of the show so far.
Well,
I wish it was the same delivery guy from the first episode.
Oh,
Dragon, go ahead.
okay, did you guys recognize the guest star?
No, I
No.
didn't know.
This is a comedian. He's Al Magical. He's
Yeah.
pretty funny. He's you know who I wanted to be though. I mean, it would have been. I know I say this all the time, especially with Dick here. But would be great. That would make sense if Bryan Cranston, given the pizza.
How did I
throwing
know
of it
you were
all,
going to
wouldn't
say
it?
Brian
Oh my
Cranston?
god!
just
Of
saying with the
course,
pizza
Bryan
throwing, it
Cranston
would've-
shows up with a whole big stack full of pizzas.
I'm just saying that would.
Dragon, honestly, the only problem.
And as a pizza delivery guy, comes to the door and knocks, so he's the one who knocks.
Yeah, well, he's outside, but sure, I hear you.
The only problem I have with that is that I feel like that gag would not go well in terms of like, the problem that they're having.
Yeah,
with people
you're right. I mean, you're right.
Well,
First
let's
of all,
compromise and have Cranston show up on Mupp Close and Personal.
But
Yes.
I'd love if Cranston showed up, period. I'm just saying with the pizza
Now-
throwing kind of came to mind.
you know who I really want to show up is John Mulaney.
Yes.
Oh, John Mulaney. Oh, yeah, he's great.
That'd be good.
I think that anything with John Mulaney with the Muppets would be brilliant.
Right.
Also,
definitely.
speaking of comedy, Dragon, when I was like kind of out of commission at work, I was sitting there watching the Rob Delaney stand-up special.
Ah,
Yeah, it was very good, very good. I'm,
Right,
I'm
I
glad
told
you
you.
recommended it.
Yeah,
yeah,
let's
Peter.
see,
Good old Peter.
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm
Peter
still
too, yeah.
see, like I'm still of the mind like maybe I'm just not remembering old sketches well enough or not as familiar with Muppet Labs as I would otherwise think. But yeah, this series still feels a bit more mean-spirited to Beaker than usual.
Nah, it's
He's
always been
been a
kind
glutton
of.
for
I thought
punishment.
the first
Speaker's
episode
always
was-
been a butt monkey.
Yeah, but
I
I
don't
mean,
know
to this
if I would
degree,
call that,
this seems
sure.
a little more malicious, maybe. I mean, yeah, I love the slapstick with Beaker, just generally speaking throughout the years. But I don't know, when you get to the stuff like, oh, we're gonna destroy your special memory cake, or
Okay, yeah, that was a little mean-spirited.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
was-
or like
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Obviously,
It
I
was
did-
funny. It was funny. It made me laugh, but it was mean-spirited.
Okay, where do
yeah,
you land on the
there's
money
something
thing?
there, but yeah, I feel like honestly, in a way, like I know this is from the last episode, and I'm not as passionate about it as you were about in this comparison I'm making, but it's almost like from the moment from last episode with Beaker as expendable might have been my Kermit as a photobomber.
Oh boy.
Again, maybe I'm being hyperbolic.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know. I thought that, like I said,
Yeah.
the segment's got well-timed slow-mo gags. I can't complain about that. It's got great music. I think it's well put together and really well
It's
edited.
got Sam Eagle as Isaac Newton.
Right. It's got Dr.
Yeah.
cameo.
But I love how Honeydew just gets into like pizza. They welcome the pizza intern. I love the whole Caltech gag. I love how into it this
That
how
gag
magical.
was great.
I just love
He
the
says at
logic
one
here.
point. He says at one point something like, "Well, some people say there's no such thing as a bad pizza," and I'm thinking, "Oh, what? That is so not true."
That's
Benson."
not true at all. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rob, I know the pizza you're thinking of. You don't have to say it. Ironically, it also has to do with the Muppets. But
I wasn't even
Rizzo.
thinking of that pizza at all.
yes, okay. Well,
I was
Rob
just
and
thinking
Garrett,
generally. Oh,
Rob
wow.
and Garrett went to the Hollywood Bowl to see the Muppets.
Oh.
And Garrett had like the most awful pizza, and he still brings his pizza. God.
How did I not think of that? I mean, okay, I only thought of that line recently, but dang.
I'm thinking of the fucking awful pizza that I had at my movie theater one time. That was like it was just literally like a big microwave pizza. There was like no difference in quality between it.
I was thinking of a place near me.
Oh, okay. I'm sure Captain Kidd says terrible pizza.
I can't speak for Pizza Rizzo.
Oh yeah,
I can.
I can't
Oh.
speak for that either.
I can. It's not good.
Who's-
You know what though? I'm sure Pizza Rizzo has decent pasta because I feel like every theme park place that has bad pizza has decent pasta.
Yeah, but it's kind
that
of hard to
from,
spell pasta.
I've learned that from Red Rockets. Like everyone talks shit about Red Rockets, but their countdown chicken fusilli is amazing. I get it every trip. Rob can attest to that.
Oh, yeah, I
Monkey,
guess
how
I
did
do.
you feel about the money gag? Did you feel that was also mean-spirited or in kind of in that trend?
I was kind of there.
See,
yeah.
the money gag to me was that kind of felt like more baseline abuse on, like Beaker, pay the man.
See, I think it starts off maybe a little mean-spirited, but when it keeps coming back, it redeems itself with the fact of like tip that this man knows science. He deserves a gratuity, Beaker. It's a Beaker, and then Beaker actually saves him.
I would-
There's something to it.
The
Yeah.
slow-mo meat, by the way, is priceless when it goes across with the
Yeah.
It's written down on the screen. Awesome. But yeah,
I mean,
this one.
just overall, I felt like the tone and the flow of this one, just like I feel like it flowed a lot better than the first Muppet Labs for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Beat the cat.
Anything?
You can't beat it. It's priceless.
All right. Okay. Lifestyle.
Altogether.
How many times do I have to tell you it's Lifesty?
I am convinced we are going to get that gag the whole season. And
Yeah,
it's
they
gonna
got it.
Oh yeah,
I
I look
love
forward
it.
to seeing the
You're
different
right.
ways they do this gag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I'm going to say something controversial on Dragon's behalf. Give me Tay Diggs every episode. I am down for Tay Diggs. Like, I think this episode kind of proved it for me. Like, Tay Diggs is just, I love how Tay Diggs, he's got the down to clown factor that Mickey fan likes to say. But what I also love about him is that even though he is very much down to clown, he never loses his cool factor. You know, he never loses suave factor, even when he is clowning around. And I think that's just invaluable for a Muppet guest star. I mean, I think him and Miss Piggy just have great chemistry. I mean, I'm fully on board with them.
Yeah. You know, I think, we were worried this segment might get stale, but it doesn't seem to be.
I mean, to be fair, I
honestly don't think it's getting. I think this is maybe the best lifestyle yet, but I think
easily
that's because of the Kermit shade.
I love the Kermit shade. I think that
it buffering sign.
but you know he's sending that text.
Hey, Dudley, get some eggs and start the car. I want to drive by Kermit.
But yeah, like let's get.
Miss Piggy calls him out on making the buffering noises.
Yeah, I'm going through a tunnel. I can see you.
So good.
And of course, I love how they're kind of like, I feel like the show kind of comfortably rests in the same universe as Muppets 2015 in some ways. Because I love how like they brought back like Linda Cardellini and Kermit kind of have some chemistry.
Was that in the 2015 show?
Yes, it was.
Wait, Linda are you? I'm pretty sure Carlene wasn't in the 20.
Are you sure?
Are you? I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong. I know it's been a while. I don't think she was though.
I could have sworn there.
I remember Kermit had a thing for Leah Thompson, but
Leah Thompson, that's who I'm thinking of. I'm sorry.
Well, the point being, I really, of course, Carlini's been she's been kind of my Ted Diggs for the thing. I love when Carlini shows up. Man. I love that we keep. Carlini gets infinitely better when she's paired up with with a Muppet kind of like in her corner there, and of course we have Linda and like the cheese named Brie, which is great. It's just kind of this Valley Girl cheese sort of thing. It's awesome.
And of course, like my only complaint with this particular one is what was with Beaker.
He was filling out the.
That to me was like almost like a gag that he was even there, because like when I think of all the Muppets like collectively, Beaker is like probably towards the bottom of my list in terms of people I would go to.
Yeah. Or like maybe if it was more clear what exactly was going on with him in the background.
Well, something was
going hey, hold up.
Oh boy.
No, you don't think that there's some wisdom in those meeps?
I mean, actually, Beaker probably has some like really valuable insight into like dealing with an abusive relationship and continuing forward.
Now I'm just imagining him doing that song from Avenue Q about how the more you love someone, the more you want to kill him.
You guys remember that music video, "Flowers on the Wall" with Beaker? He's a pretty insightful guy. He's got feelings.
Also, I'd like to point out that my coworker and I had like an intense 20-minute argument the other day about whether or not Poe and Finn should have been a couple. Anyways,
just throwing out.
Deal with it. That's what I say.
Yeah. Let me say, so Gonzo had his Disco Dynamite act.
Yeah, that was funny.
He should go to Animal Kingdom to do it with the Yeti.
Oh God!
Oh my God! They actually brought Dave Goles into the show building with the animatronic. Oh my God!
Wow, I guess he's never seen a celebrity before. He's frozen stiff.
But anyway, with the just to go back to the Tay Diggs of it all, though. Again, I think what's really been saving the Tay Diggs stuff is, this one they really delivered because we have really good segments with them. So as long as we keep the segments good, I think that's how they're going to save themselves from getting stale with that. And also Carlini, we keep getting a different Muppet with Carlene, it should work fine, as well as you give them Tay Diggs like some. Like, this case, the dinner and the dining in the dark thing.
Yes.
It's really funny mocking the LA trendy dining cultures and everything.
Yes,
that was really see that to me. I thought was a lot
love
better
how
than
the
the
show has a tongue firmly in its cheek about LA humor. Like you saw that with the Caltech gag.
Why don't you feed it to me, Tay?
It's like a lobster in her face.
And there comes the entree.
That's what I'm saying. Like
just
that.
Seeing Piggy get progressively messier and messier.
Just the end beat of her just like holding on her with spaghetti on her face, just like quietly panting to herself, like holding in the rage.
Deadly hitting the lights because he knows it's not going to be pretty. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought it was a lot better than the first, Tay Diggs, Piggy one. The whole like the face. I mean, don't worry, the face item is fine. I think it might get better if we do more topical stuff like the dining in the dark. This is really good.
Definitely.
But yeah, as T also the comment your point earlier again, the whole 2015 Connect
Tay
2.
Diggs go through a haunt maze or an escape room.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I would like to see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be okay if I'm with you, Tay.
Like karate chops this character, gets tossed out by security, or
that's just like the obvious gag to go with for
Yeah.
Piggy in a scare house.
Right. I think maybe perhaps the non-obvious gag would be like Piggy is the one who's manly and Tay Diggs is the one who's afraid.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That tracks.
or
Fucking Anthony Rapp pops up as a scare actor.
no, Idina Menzel.
Oh
Oh god, no, that is an implication I didn't think of. My bad.
Oh god. All right.
Run with it,
Okay, well,
honestly.
and then Piggy gets scared on Small World. I don't know.
Okay. And then Tay Diggs is like, wow, this is just like the cast of Rent. It's all multi-diversity. Not bad, Disney, not bad. Jonathan Larson would be proud.
Yeah, he'd be. All we have to do is, hey, is that a dog? We just gotta kill it.
Oh boy, all right.
You know what I really want to see the Muppets do? You know what I really want to see the Muppets do? I want to see the Muppets make fun of Disney like they did Muppet Vision.
Yeah, turns out that
I wish there
turns
was
out that
more.
Tay Diggs always hated Rolf.
Oh god. Tay Diggs always hated Rolf. Oh god. It's like they have like a Muppet talk, like a segment with Rolf and Wilson Germain Heredia or Heredia.
Oh god.
All right. Anyways, Wilson Germain Heredia is there, like giving drumming lessons with Animal.
Oh, nice.
All right. Anyways,
Adam Pascal and Dr. Teeth. Oh.
yes, that's a combination I could get behind. I feel like Kermit and Mark would get along quite nicely. They're both, they're both.
I'm writing one great song. This sounds like you got one already, bud.
To tell you the truth, this other song you're working on, it needs some work. It's not there yet.
Okay, just another line I liked from the Lifestyle Altogether segment.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm not really the get over type. I'm more the get even type.
All right, can we move on to the last segment?
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw my 2015 point out the window at this point. Let's move on.
Funny. Okay, so Pepe's Unbelievable Game Show. I gotta tell you guys, first of all, I cheered so fucking hard for Big Mean Carl.
I was thinking of you when he showed up.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to like that.
Yeah.
That was literally like a cheer out loud moment for me when he came on.
I think it's going to be Carol the Hamper, but no, it's Big Mean Carl.
Especially the end gag with his mom on the phone.
That was fantastic.
I mean, it's
Pepe leaves the scene so Bill Beretta can go be Carl.
right. But I gotta admit, other than that, like I felt like this second game show sketch was very painfully just more of the same, in my opinion.
I have a theory as to what tanked it, at least in my opinion.
Okay.
The makeup segment. I think the makeup challenge kind of tanked it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
That was weak sauce until Piggy came in. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah, I
that
was
was
gonna say,
weak
like,
sauce
at
leading up
least
to
the
that.
makeup thing that had Piggy.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. When Piggy entered
I
that,
did was like, okay, let's just ask a lot of like random like nonsensical questions again.
I guess I see what you're saying. It still worked for me, I think. Like entertaining questions and such. Like I'm gonna get the whole thing with Dusty.
yeah, that was gold. That whole like the
Yeah, like,
actual.
Oh, you want a place in our
sad
hearts
boy.
along with little dead Dusty.
Oh god.
Died 6 years ago. Has the collar to that. It's great. I mean, I think that was improvised. Do you think that's just too? This is too perfect.
I think a lot of this show is improvised, honestly.
Yeah.
I know they're
Especially
going
the
for
Pepe
that. What I'm
stuff.
saying is, it's not as in many aspects we can talk about. It's not as improvised as we initially thought. But elements like that seem like it might be improvised.
Basically,
Yeah.
I think like my theory is that every time they're talking like directly to a guest and like interacting one-on-one with a guest, that's all improv. That's my theory.
Presumably,
at least.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing Statler and Waldorf being like, "You think this show is improvised? Nah, it's so terrible you couldn't make it up."
One day,
No!
Statler and Waldorf fell asleep. They pretended to fall asleep, and then they actually fell asleep during like one of the
That was
next.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Big Mean Carl, absolutely.
But
Big
the
Mean Carl's
secret
like
prize
highlight.
guessing is gold.
In my mouth.
Wanna play double or nothing?
And then the ending where it's like Pepe's just like, all right, who is the best game show host? You. That's correct, but obvious. No one likes a red nose.
Well, some of the points are like, there's a point where it's like one of them gets 10/6 points and the other gets.
I mean, once again,
3.14 points.
Rob, they're literally running on pop quiz hotshot logic here.
Yeah. I love they have to validate their parking. By the way, it's my favorite main detail.
I mean, like that's a joke that I don't think is ever going to get old.
Right. Yeah. Oh god.
Speaking of, can you guys validate
Worked
my
for
parking?
25 years. It's gonna still work.
All right. Is that about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Final thoughts on the episode, gentlemen.
More Joe the Weasel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe needs his own segment.
Yes.
Better call
Yeah.
Joe from legal.
Just legalese with Joe the Weasel.
Oh my god. Oh yes. Oh god. Yes.
All right.
I got to admit, guys, we only have 3 more episodes left. We're halfway through. By the way, episode 6 airs on Claude Kringa's birthday, so happy birthday, Claude.
Nozzle time.
But I got to admit, man, if we don't, I am worried because I want to see some more segments, or at the very least, I want to see more of a variety of segments. I want to, at least see them like mix some of the sketches from episode 1 in with these new sketches we've been getting. Like if we end up with just like never getting any sort of electric mayhem business happening, or I don't know, like this season, I feel like this season has the trajectory to disappoint way more than the Muppets 2015 did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I really feel like they are, they have they're on a good foundation, and they're
Basically, I really wish there were more than 6 episodes. The 6 episode thing is killing me. I feel like if this was like maybe like a 12 episode first season, I'd be a lot more comfortable with the trajectory we're on right now.
Yeah. Like I said in my thesis, I
How
feel
many
like
episodes did the High School Musical series get?
Oh, I will look that
10.
up.
I am looking it up as
6,
we speak.
It's like
10.
6 or
Definitely 10.
seriously?
I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 10. But it was a great 10 episodes.
I'll take your
I
word
still
for
need
it.
to watch.
But
You
anyways,
still need to
fan.
watch Muppets 2015, little mister.
Yeah. right, for sure. Definitely make that the priority over High School Musical, the series. No offense to High School Musical, the series. I'm sure it's perfectly good. But
We can wait.
We'll be there.
That would be that's such a great slogan. High
What?
School Musical, the musical, the series. It can wait. I'm just
We're all this-
picturing the
we're all in
Mandalorian dropping by at the High School Musical, the series, like they're walking through the halls or something.
We're all in this together eventually.
We can do a warm reading, or we can do a cold reading.
All right. Who wants to go next for final thoughts? Sorry, I got things kind of jumbled there.
I'll go next. It really feels like I said before, it really feels like Disney's got the Muppets on a leash. And I want to see that kind of disappear because I know they can do a whole lot more if they were given a little more, I guess, freedom. I want to see, I'd like to see more unique set dressing, things like that, just to spice up the scenery, locations, things like that, which maybe we'll get that in season 2 if they do perhaps get a bigger budget and they can do more. That'd be really nice. I think like a Dragon said before, I think they're on the upturn. So yeah, I'll keep tuning in to see what happens and hope for the best.
Right. Any thoughts from anyone else?
Yeah, I thought it was again. I think it's continuing to find itself, and it's continuing to again hopefully be on the upswing as well. I would love to see more. Obviously, more Joe. Gotta love Joe from Legal. But outside of Joe, I want to see Gonzo get a centerpiece sketch. Honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong. The Electric Mayhem we gotta see, but still Gonzo and a little centerpiece would be nice.
Considering that Gonzo has been in every episode and they've been kind of building him up, I would hope that they're building him up for a sketch in episode 6. That's my hope.
That would be awesome, yeah.
Let's see. He's going into the woods, but he didn't take a camera, so there goes the Blair Witch joke.
Yep. Yeah.
Besides, someone already did that video.
Yeah.
Right, anyone else need to do final thoughts? I kind of lost track.
Yeah, I'd say it's stronger second half than a first half, and as long as I have the floor, I just like to share a pun. It doesn't reflect my thoughts on the series. I just think it's an amusing pun. Mupocalypse Now.
Oh, God.
See, that's a movie I'd love to see.
I imagine like all the soldiers are just like the little tin soldiers from the tribute to all nations, but mostly America.
Honestly, no, I'd really love to see like a Hearts of Darkness behind the scenes for Apocalypse Now with the Muppets, like that sort of Muppet.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
no, that's what you want.
That's mainly what I want.
That's what you want.
Yeah, that's what I really want.
All right. Anyone else with final thoughts? I'm terribly sorry. My migraine has.
Ace, did you go do yours, or did I just kind of get lost in the show?
It was mixed in with everyone else's, but yeah, I mean, it's a solid episode. I'm excited for the next 3. I think it's still on the upswing, so I'm curious if we're gonna get new sketches or more of the first episode ones, or is it just gonna be these 4 again for the next episode? Because that could get quite old quickly if it is. So
If it's these 4 again, I'm gonna fucking lose it. I've got to admit, I am not gonna be happy if it's these 4 again.
Yeah,
like at the very least, bring back Muppet Masters and the Muppet the interview one.
Get rid of Okie Dokie Kookin for once.
I agree.
Yeah,
sorry.
No
they
offense
may as
to our
well have done a
Scandinavian
different
friends.
segment instead of that one for this episode.
All right, I think that's it, guys. So special thanks to Claude Karinga for joining us. Thanks as always, Claude. You're awesome. That'll do it for us this week as we holster our remotes till the next installment calls for the draw. Mano y mano, just Plus and Us. It's my mom. Tell her I'm not here.
Who wants